Hey everyone, I'm Ari Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new monster, Zygarde. He is available in the Dragon Awakening Maze. He is the very last monster. I want to give a huge thanks to Social Point for giving me this monster, for giving me the cells to rank him up, for giving me the gems to speed up, and for giving me the food to feed him all the way to level 130. So like usual, there's going to be two parts of the video. On the first part, I'm only going to take him to level 100. For those of you that can't get this monster fully ranked up, you're going to get to see his power at level 100. And then for those of you that can get this monster ranked up, I'm going to showcase him at level 130. And so let's just jump right into it. Hopefully you've seen my analysis on this monster too. I have really high hopes for this monster, so we're going to find out if he lives up to my expectations. Info: while most creatures of this kind want to be part of the Alliance of Dragons, Zygarde's goal isn't to become a member, but to lead. Or better said, control the Alliance and use its members to fight his own personal battles. Will they be up for it? Well, he doesn't really care whether they're up for it. Dang, what a menacing description. His ultimate attack is Greatest of Blessings. He removes positive effects from all enemies, applies Mega Possession to enemies, and restores all cooldowns on your allies. And what can I say? It's a fantastic ultimate. You don't have to worry about whatever positive effect the enemies have. If they had evasion, if they had skill mirror, it's not going to be blocked, it's not going to be reflected, because you're going to be mega possessing. Even if you previously possessed the enemy, you're going to get rid of their immune to possession, so you will land the mega possession. His trait, he has Anticipation. When an enemy monster performs an extra turn skill, you get an immediate extra turn, and he also blocks Resurrection. So for any monster that has a Resurrection skill, well, they're not going to be able to do that while Zygarde's on the field. So this is a direct target to War Master Necromancer, War Master Ragnarok, The Undertaker, Samael, Uriel. So Zygarde is quite impressive. Here, let's start leveling him up. I'll showcase him when he's level 100. I will go through all the stats and the skills, and then we'll get into what the best rune sets and all that good stuff. Alright, at level 100, this monster has a power of 3454, a lifestat of 34,080, which in the magic category isn't necessarily that high. His speed set, however, 3531, this is super impressive. This is one of the higher speed sets in the game. Yes, there are a few monsters faster than him, like Cupid and Pandalf, although they're not that important. Gretchen is also faster, and then War Master Charizard. However, I will say that this monster, even though he's slower than Charizard, he might be able to counter Charizard, at least in certain aspects. For example, Charizard has the cooldowns activated. Well, this monster, you're going to find out he doesn't really care about cooldowns activated. Charizard also has extra turn skills like Great Dispel, and another skill Charizard has that can remove a negative effect from a team and give himself an extra turn. Well, your Anticipation trait kind of takes care of that. So let's open up this slot, we'll go 2 runes later, let's check out skills. So the first thing we have is Dominate Enlightenment, applies possession days to an enemy, deals moderate magic damage to an enemy. Single possession days, that's pretty good, but let's see what else we have. Restores all cooldowns on itself, gives 1 extra turn. Mighty Servants. This skill in my opinion is broken. I do not understand why it has no stamina cost and no cooldown. So even if you get hit with cooldowns activated, you can spam Mighty Servant up until the point that you can use your other skills. So you can basically treat this monster as having Anticipation and anti-cooldowns activated and blocks Resurrection. Now here's the thing. Yes, you might be thinking, oh, but armor removes 15% of total life. I honestly don't think that matters, because you have to consider the different situations. In a scenario where the enemy goes first and denies your whole team, if you don't do anything, if you can't do anything, you're probably going to lose. But in a situation where the enemy denies you, and then you can pay 30% of your life, 45% of your total life, yeah, you're going to be really weak, but then you get to act, you get to deny the enemy, you get to do some stuff, that is way better than just doing nothing. So that's why I like this skill. And on top of that, and I mentioned this in my analysis, now in the game you have monsters that can heal them. You have Essence Relic, you have a shield that at the start of the battle, Talonase Mask, Tenacity Shield, it doesn't matter who's wearing them, the whole team gets a certain amount of armor at the start of the battle. So this minus 15% of total life, it's honestly not that significant in my personal opinion. And more so, we're going to see if you can actually partner this up with Ramtar, so that then you can just spam Mighty Servant over and over and over and over again until you get your ultimate. Why Ramtar? Well, because with Ramtar, you don't take any damage from special base attacks, and Mighty Servant just happens to be special base attack. So I am super eager to test that out. Let's see what else we have. The Dream of a Dragon applies Nightmare to one enemy. Bend Will applies Guard Down and positive effects blocked. I think this is very significant considering there are so many positive effects in the game. Sometimes just removing them is all you need. Dimension applies Curse and positive effects blocked to one enemy. This is useful just for the simple fact that there are lots of monsters that have the Dodge Area trait, and so sometimes you need a single target. But let's see what else. Prince of Madness applies nightmares to enemies, deals low magic damage, applies stamina regen to our allies, 3 turn cooldown. It surprised me that this has a 3 turn cooldown, while this has no cooldown. So AoE nightmares, double magic damage, and stamina regen to all of your allies. Ancient Dominator deals moderate special damage to apply stun and bleed. This is your denial, which we really love. Let's put that denial. You might be thinking AoE stun is not that important, especially when monsters have Harden, plus maybe they have Bulwark, maybe landing the stun isn't going to be that easy, but you got to keep in mind that you actually might be able to land the stun if you partner this monster up with the right monster. Maybe, like, if you have your own Charizard, they're on the same team together, that stun is going to be landing, that bleed will be landing. And keep in mind, you can apply positive effects block, which will prevent them from getting immunity to stun, and then you can spam Mighty Servant until you get Ancient Dominator again. So we'll see how that works out. So have I gone through all the skills? Let's see. We have the single possession. We have this stamina regen skill. We have the single curse. We have, oh, this one deals moderate special damage, gives 25% of stamina to all of your allies. This has no cooldown, so you can always use it. It's always spammable. That's nice. It only costs 25 stamina. And so I think we're gonna go, oh, Never Dying Curse. Deals moderate magic damage, applies curse to all enemies. And so I would say the hard thing about this monster is deciding what skill set do you want to run, because he has some pretty great skills. This AoE Nightmare skills would obviously come in handy in a situation where you can partner this monster up with someone that can hold Omniscient Sword. For example, if you happen to have Zeighar, this could be a nifty little combo in which first you use AoE Nightmares with your Zygarde, and then you do some AoE base skill with Zeighar since he has a bunch of AoE skills. So that's something you can do. The single possession, this could come in handy too. It all depends on the specific scenario. Let's get into relics. So, isn't it funny that this monster can block resurrection, but he can actually hold the essence relic? Meaning you can give him Uriel's essence and he can actually resurrect himself if he was to die. Unfortunately, I don't have that essence, so I can't put it on him. So you work with what you have. In terms of staffs, this monster can hold the Oblation Staff, which will remove stamina from enemy monsters. So the Oblation Staff is obviously very useful. A lot of players use it. This monster has plenty of AoEs that actually deal damage, so they can benefit from the Oblation Staff. And then you can also take advantage of the Energizer Staff, so you don't even need to worry about stamina. In case you or any of your teammates' stamina ever falls below 25%, the Energizer Staff will kick in and recover some stamina. And this could obviously be useful if you're facing monsters that can do stamina drain. If they have a Revenge Staff, a Revenge Mask, an Oblation Trap, there's so many relics that can remove stamina in the game. So for right now, I'll just put on the Oblation Staff because my Energizer Staff is on a different monster. And let's test him out. I am allowed to test him in PvP, however, I am not allowed to win the battle, because it would be totally unfair to win with a monster that isn't officially released. Well, that's not exactly true, because this monster is actually out, and if you want to, you can just buy a bunch of mace coins and unlock them already. But it just wouldn't be fair because I was given this monster just to do an exclusive showcase. Oh, and I almost forgot about runes. Well, this monster is a denier, so I'm going to give him 3 speed runes. But here's the thing about this monster too. He's also an anticipation monster. So just like if you've seen my builds with other anticipation monsters like Necromancer, like Ragnarok, you also don't necessarily need to give him 3 speed runes, because at the same time, their speed is also equivalent to whatever enemy monster that has extra turn skills. So for example, if I face a Voltic, my speed is basically Voltic speed, and I'm just relying on anticipation to get a turn in. And again, when you look at his skills, the AoE stun by itself isn't necessarily that reliable. So you might also want to consider, instead of using Zygarde as a main denier, maybe you can throw some team speed on him. Maybe you can do 2 team speed in life if he's kind of squishy so he can stay alive and just deal a bunch of effects, right? You're still going to be able to AoE stun and bleed. You're still going to be able to guard down and block positive effects. More importantly, you can do AoE curse, you can single possession, so he can even work as a team speed holder. In this specific case, like I said, I'm running him as a main denier. I'm going to run him with monsters that can turn transfer, just so I can showcase Zygarde more, and they're there for the team speed. So who do I want to go up against first? Well, let's take on the base on the left that has a Sunblast and also a Charmless. Alright, we're going to click fight, and I did get the first turn in, so let's see how my AoE stun works. So Ancient Dominator, and let me go ×2 speed, and it landed on everyone except for Charmless. So normally I'd be scared, right? Nope, not in this case. Here, I'll do Charge with Resonance. Wait, what the heck was that? What happened? Why did the enemy Brutalis absorb my extra turn from Rossygod, and then my anticipation kicked in? That is very, very, very strange. Here, let's do Bend Will, which applies guard down and blocks positive effects. So take a look at Sunblast, who has recently stunned. Bend Will, that recently stunned. Oh, it doesn't disappear. Okay, so I actually thought it would disappear. So I guess it doesn't disappear, but what does happen is that it would essentially, he can't get recently stunned anymore. So that's good to know. In this case, I'm dying, so everything just went horribly, horribly wrong. My major healing essence kicked in, that's good. Killed me with Hat Throne, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I have no idea what happened in this battle. We're going to do another battle, because this is just This is just weird. Alright. So exit out. Yes. Alright, on to the next one. Hopefully this one makes more sense. Alright, and there's no Charmless or Voltic, so we're just going to take on a standard base. So I'm going first. I'm going to start the game off with AoE stun, which is normally what you're going to do if you run them as a main denier. The stun did land, my Oblation Trap did land. Let me do Charge with Resonance. Okay, that time it worked correctly. And so I'm going to do Bend Will, which applies Guard Down and Curse. So because I was able to do the block positive effects before the enemy went, notice that he got stunned and he didn't become immune to stun. So that's good to know here. I'll just recharge. Same thing with her. She is not immune to stun. And same thing with L-Canine. So then this would allow me, if I wanted to, I could cycle Mighty Servant. Look, this is where having the shield comes in handy. The shield from Zygarde, the Tenacity Shield, I have Tenacity Shields on both. So I can just spam Mighty Servant over and over and over again. And it's just taking a little life away from my shield. What is that, 5,000 points? Here, times 1 speed. Mighty Servant. Look at that, 5,000. That's all it's taking away, 5,000. That's nothing. So I can literally spam this over and over and over and over again. The important thing in this battle is that I have my AoE stun again. But let me just see if I can spam it up until the point I get my ult. So Mighty Servant. Mighty Servant. Oh look, my Major Healing Essence kicked in. So even if you don't have a Revival Essence, you can still keep spamming this over and over and over again. Which is what I think is so broken. I don't understand why it has like no stamina cost and no cooldown. I was expecting the stamina cost. I was expecting the cooldown. But nope. And again, the cooldown is really just for that initial first turn where the enemy goes. If they do cooldowns activated, you can technically counter, which is insane. So oddly enough, I still have no ult. I've spammed Mighty Servant a lot, so let's just go with Ancient Dominator again. So I will AoE stun, everyone is stunned and bleeding. And once again, they cannot become immune to stun thanks to the block positive effects. So I can literally, if I wanted to, I could keep chaining the stun over and over and over again, and they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So in this point, I let them attack me. So that's it for me. I will exit out. And now to put on the strategy I really wanted to bring on. And that involves swapping out Zygarde for good old Ramtar. So once again here, I'm going to click on Ramtar so you guys can see what he does. Specifically Ramtar, if you look at his trait, receives no damage from special element skills. So the idea here being that, here, we'll take on Speckled Frog. The idea here being that I can literally spam that skill up until the point where I get an ult. Oh look, I even got Skill Mirror. So, Mighty Servant. Let's do it. Minus 5,000. Minus 5,000. Oblation Trap kicked in. Mighty Servant. Mighty Servant. Alright. Minus 5,003. Mighty Servant. Oh, it still penetrates the life. Okay, so that Ramtar combo is not working out the way we thought it was going to work out, my teammate and I. So I'm still taking damage from special base attacks. So, okay, at least we know that combo isn't that overpowered. Mighty Servant. Nope. Okay, so the Ramtar Zygarde combo dream team is not going to work out the way we expected it to work out. See, the reason we thought it would work out is because if you use Nox, it works with Nox. Like, you should try it out. If you have a Ramtar and a Nox, you should partner those two monsters together, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So here, let's just keep spamming it for an ult, if I can get one. Mighty Servant. And nope, nothing. So, that's good to know. Here, let's exit out. Now that we know that, now we can get into some real battles. So, who do I want to put as a teammate? Here, let's put on a War Master Charizard, and excuse the weird runes. Clearly, I swapped them out so I can give Zygarde the best runes possible. And let's keep Zygarde on there. We'll win with this team. And yeah, the trophies are getting too low up to the points where the opponents aren't necessarily the best, but we'll still try our best to get some really good battles out of this. Here, let's do some more. Let's get some battles up in there. Let's click multiplayer and let's fight. So once again, I have to throw away these battles because it wouldn't be fair for the enemy. It kind of sucks on my part because I'm missing out on maze coins, but that's fine. At least I get to showcase this. So once again, we will do Ancient Dominator, assuming I go first. Land the stun on everyone thanks to Charizard. I absolutely cannot miss. I will do. So this is where having a secondary monster that can remove positive effects from the enemy that goes less in the turn order, that would be helpful. For example, let me recharge. Okay, see how he became recently stunned? This is where having a monster that can remove positive effects, like they are not giants. Bam! See, look, immunity to stun was removed from the enemy Kihaku. So now if I want to, I could spam Mighty Servant up until the point where I get my ultimate, and then I could just do my Mega Possession, which is crazy. So Mighty Servant, Mighty Servant. I'm so surprised I haven't gotten the ultimate with so many times that I've spammed it. Here, we're gonna keep trying. Where is that ultimate at? Where is that ultimate at? Mighty Servant. My essence will kick in a bit. There it is, Major Healing Essence. Get to try it a few more times. Mighty Servant. Mighty Servant. Mighty Servant. Come on, ultimate. Spamming for that ultimate. You just imagine just running teammates that have like team life. Like you have 6 team life. Oh wait, no, that'd be dumb because it's 50% of total life. But yeah, just I guess Tenacity Shield, Talon's Mask, anything that just gives you a huge amount of armor, so you can spam the ultimate over and over and over again. So still no ult. Here, let's do Never Dying Curse. So now everyone is hit with Curse. Here, let me just recharge and let's see what they do. Makosu. And ooh, I want to do Ancient. Here, I'll do Mighty Servant for fun. So obviously if you do it up to the point where you have no life, you'll end up just killing yourself. So be careful about that. Oh, here's another thing I just realized. Another way you can actually spam that is... Oh, I'm out of attacks here. I'll get another attack. You can actually partner this monster up with monsters that can do revival. So for example, I will do a Sammy. I will do a Necromancer. And then here, let me just get another PvP and I'll showcase what I mean. Alright, so I did my dungeons and got one more PvP attack. Let's see what I can showcase here. So let's take on another Charmless Space for fun. And let's click fight here. I actually want to showcase... We'll recharge. I actually want to showcase Zygarde doing the anticipation trait, benefiting from it. So I'll just let everything run its course. Oh look, I lost him. I got a churn in. I can do my revival. So say hi to Zygarde. And then I'm going to just recharge. Major Healing Essence kicked in. Sweaty Blade, here is Anticipation kicking in. And look what happens when you have 2 of them that can do that. It's crazy, right? 2 monsters getting Anticipation. Major Healing Essence kicked in. Recharge. Entangled Cloak. Anticipation. I realized that I removed... Here, recharge. I think I removed the revival from Sammy. So I lost my monster again. That's cool. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, so anyways, the point I wanted to address in this video was if you partner up your Zygarde with a monster that has a revival skill, you can literally just do Mighty Servants. Again, spam for your ult. I just Oblation Trapped myself. When hitting, removes 92 points of stamina from targets. Wait, what? I've never seen that happen. Oblation Staff, sorry, how did I just Oblation Staff myself? This skill deals no damage. This skill just takes away 15% of total life. That is a first. This monster is coming up with new surprises every single time. So here, let me just spam it over and over and over again. So it's funny because this is literally a monster you can just rely on the ultimate in the right situation. So like with the revival monsters, like I'm saying. Watch it, like here, let me transfer to Sammy. And with Sammy, let me do Death Moratorium on myself so I can heal. Sweaty Blade, yeah, whatever. I'll recharge. Tangled Cloak. I'll do my extra churn skill. I will revive. And then back to doing Mighty Servant. Just spamming for the ult. I really want to get an ult. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I'm going to keep trying until it works. 5,000. So now you know, at level 100, that's how much life he'll lose every time he does Mighty Servant. Which is, again, it's not a very high cost to pay for the chance to essentially reset your cooldowns on your other skills. It's awesome, in my personal opinion. Here, we'll recharge. He had to recharge. He finally attacked me. Oh, I do have my revival skill. Unholy Resurrect. So, back from the dead. I got hit with an ult from the enemy. Killed me. Here, revive. Extra churn. And we'll churn transfer back to Sammy. I think he's stunned, but that's fine. Sweaty Blade. Recharge. Hat thrown, so now I gotta revive Sammy. So come back from the dead Sammy. And come back from the dead Zygarde. Sammy has his ult, but I want it on Zygarde. Got hit with an epic quest. We'll do Mighty Servant. We'll do Mighty Servant again. And again. I just want to ult Zygarde. That's all I want. That's all I want out of you, man. Here, let's apply... Let's do a Bend Will for fun. Applies guard down, meaning my attacks cannot miss. I'll recharge. Lost him again. That's cool. Extra turn. Extra turn. I hope you guys at least know what I'm trying to do. And like that idea that I could even do that, that's what's so cool to me. The fact that this monster, Zygarde, is creating these nifty little team combinations you can do, that is so awesome to me. I find it incredible. Mighty Servant. Mighty Servant. Alright, we're going to try. If I don't get it this time, we're just going to end the game. Because there's no point in doing it. But I do want to showcase his ult. So if anything, I'll just do it in the adventure map so you guys can see that. So I got one more try. Mighty Servant. Still no luck. So here, let's just do this. Let's stun and bleed, everyone. Thanks to the guard down, the stun and the bleed will land. Obviously, Varna's immune to stun. So he can't get stunned. But that's cool. So we're going to exit out. I have one more little surprise for you guys. So... to do that, let's go into dungeons actually, and let's take on the last node of the Maze Coins dungeon, where I take on Zeighar for 280 coins. And here, let's put on my very own. And never mind, so I initially thought how cool it would be to have Zeigar fight Zeighar, but the restriction is fire nature, so I won't be able to do that. But I guess we'll just end off with an adventure map. You guys will get to see the ultimate, and we'll call it a day. Oh my goodness, this has been like 3 minutes of non-stop recharging, but finally we get the ult. Greatest of blessings. Let's do it. Removes positive effects, mega possession, doesn't deal any damage, which is good because this way you can actually see the mega possession land. And check that out, the target will attack its own teammates. So the cool thing about this is that even if they survive, keep in mind, this monster can do Bend Will, which applies guard down and positive effects blocked. So, when they're mega possessed, you can even make it so the attacks are always going to land on each other thanks to the guard down. And positive effects blocked, meaning they're not going to get possession immunity when the mega possession ends. So you also have a single possession that you can still utilize if you wanted to. And of course, if not, you still have your AoE Stun and Bleed, you still have your AoE Curse. Here, let's end it with Never Dying Curse. And then with that said, that's going to be it for this video on Zygarde. I really enjoyed this monster. In part 2, in the level 130 version of the video, we're definitely going to take him on in some friendly live battles so you can truly see this monster's potential. Because I kind of just went to PvP and just threw along the battles because we were just trying some techniques. So I can't wait to do that. Make sure to stay tuned for the next part where we take Zygarde to rank 5, and also stay tuned for an exclusive first look at Dragar. With that being said, I'm Armor Gaming. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon.